Hello everyone, my name is Caitlin Southers-Wallace, and I am in Luke Warren's technical writing class of 2016. I just want to start the video out by saying yes, I do have my snake with me. He is my emotional support animal, and these kind of projects do seem to make me very anxious and uncomfortable, and I usually end up doing a lot more like saying and taking my eyes away from the camera and personally just making a really bad project. So I'm just gonna have him with me. If you see me moving around a little bit, it's just so that I can keep him in place so he doesn't try and scuttle off and escape. With that aside, I just want to get into the project. We are doing a small video presentation on what we feel was good about the class, what we feel can use a little bit of strengthening, how we think our courses and projects are going to affect the way that we do our actual work, studies, and jobs and projects later on in life. I want to start out by saying I really loved the projects that we did for the class. I felt like they were very tailored to every person by letting us do things in our degree field, and it makes it a little bit easier because it's just easier to write about things that you actually like to write about or learn about. Um, Personally, I am trying to get my final project to become a reality, and I'm very excited about that. I am actually contacting the people that I have addressed that project to see if we can have it, probably not where I planned on locating it initially, but somewhere nearby. Um, I really enjoyed taking an online class because it's a little bit easier for me to fit in my schedule. I work at least 20 hours a week over at Advanced Auto Parts. I also work over at the Hocking Nature Center and take care of lovely little snakes and animals such as tarantulas and hawks. I uh, I just in general have a very hectic, crazy life, but I don't think I'll have it any other way. So I felt like having it be something that I can come home, take a minute to relax, and then get to work on assignments, I felt like it was a lot easier for me to put it in and maintain it. Uh, a couple things that I would like to see different about the class. I feel like doing a video presentation like this to start off with would be a very nice touch. Like instead of having our one-page analysis on our degree field, we can do something similar to that along with a introductions video where we talk about our names, talk about our degrees, our fields of interest, what we want to do with them once we're graduated, and then kind of continue on from there and see what we want to get from the class. Kind of just have more of a humanizing experience because it is kind of strange having classmates be static images that have little text bubbles next to them. Uh, I feel like communications were a little bit difficult considering the limited office hours and times that I could get a hold of the teacher. Personally, I was either at work or I was in a class during the office hours on Monday, well, office hour on Monday, and I felt like my emails kind of would just sit there for a little too long, and it would be a little bit hard to finish a project because of some restraints on Moodle. Another thing, I don't really know too much about Moodle at all. I don't know if you control the file size allotment or anything like that, but I feel like making the projects where you have to make graphs or finals or anything like that, something that's going to be a larger assignment, I feel like those should be something that you could up the max on or something. Um, I felt it was very inconvenient to try and figure out 1,000 different ways to make my project smaller, despite the fact I felt like it was already too small and needed to have a lot more than what it already had. But besides that, I'm really fond of how the class turned out. I'm pretty proud of the fact that I'm probably going to be able to use my final project here over this upcoming summer, and I'm really content with the, few things that I learned, especially about the professional emails. I am pretty bad at sending in a professional email. Most of the time, I'm very buddy buddy and kinda just too friendly in situations. But hey, what you gonna do? Well, thank you all for listening, and I hope you have a very nice evening. Bye!